everybody, it's Shelia, Sunshine Stitchers, and I'm here today recording my WIP parade for 2024. EJ and I, this is during the holiday season. It's actually December 30th. And yeah, the holiday season has been busy, hectic, trying for some downtime. So EJ and I we just couldn't fit it all in. It was just impossible to fit it all in. So we are recording our WIP parades this year separately. I'm sitting at my dining room table, which is just full of project bags. I think there are 63, 65 WIPs approximately that I will show you. You are watching this in our future because we are posting our WIP parades while we are on the cruise at the end of January, the Flosstube at Sea cruise hosted by Jean Farish with Michelle Garrett Bindi Stitchy. So we're very excited about that. And we thought it would be a perfect time to post our WIP parades. So here we go. First off, I'm going to try to handle all of those that are in slippery bags because the piles here are a little treacherous and my assistant is helping. And yeah, I'm trying to do this in one take. So we're going to be as efficient as we can. First up is a sampler in blue and green. This is by Little Robin Designs. I purchased this in 2023 when I was at Dying to Stitch in Virginia. And this is on 30 count Mariner's Map, which is a legacy linen. And I'm using the called for Gentle Arts and Classic Colorworks. This is where I am. Made a little bit of progress on it. It's a small piece, as you can see. Here it is, and here it is. But it's getting there. I'm enjoying it. It's an easy stitch. It's actually a good travel piece. So I should keep that in mind in the future when I'm thinking about travel projects. I've taken the liberty, I guess, of unzipping everything that's in a vinyl bag because the zipper part bothers me. And then opening them one after another is like, yeah, even I don't want to have to deal with that. Oh, so I'm going to hold this one because it's on a roller frame and my roller frames are literally at the bottom of the pile. This is Dragonfly Quaker. And this is Yasmin's Made with Love. I love this. This was selected for me by Karen Owen and Mary. Karen is the owner of the Cross Stitch Cupboard. It came in, she took one look and she said, this has Shelia's name on it. And she was correct. This is on pistachio. It's a 28 count Lugana. I am using DMC, so it's probably the called for, it's the called for colors. And this is where I am. I'm still working in that first border. So I love this. The colors in this are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I'm enjoying it tremendously. Here are the colors. It's only 4 colors. Look at that. It's going to be beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay. Modern Folk Embroidery. This was the 2023 stitch along. These are the alternative tree centers for the piece. I actually had started the piece, the full size, but realized big pieces and me just don't work out well. So I am working on this tree right here. I decided I like the centers a lot. And so I'm working the centers on it. And this is the first one that I'm doing. And I'm doing my own thing. And it's DMC, is it DMC or Roxy Floss? This is Roxy Floss Co. And I'm using also some Sulky. So it's Roxy Floss and Sulky. I think the brown frame is Sulky. But, you know, I may not remember that accurately. Yep, it's Sulky. I saw the spool when I opened the bag. I will close the zippers later. Oh, yes. Jeanette Douglas, my stitching box. I actually have the box. I'm using 32 count Lakeside Exemplar Light. And I purchased the accessory and fiber pack. So it's all the silks and the embellishments. And I bought the box at In Stitches in Virginia and the chart and fabric at Dying to Stitch. Chart, fabric, floss, accessory pack at Dying to Stitch, and the box I found at In Stitches. Actually, I didn't find the box. Minnie Gray found the box. Minnie Gray said, ooh, and I said, ah, box purchased. And I am starting in the center. And that's where I am. I've got quite a bit done. This is the center of the box here. Well, no, I don't have quite a bit done, but I'm working on it. I've got my stitching box in there, and now I'm working on the all of the stuff that goes around. All right. Oh, okay. Now I will be moving around quite a bit since I've got a lot of stuff going on here, and my assistant. Yeah, I just had a bag fall off my lap. Hold on a second. Okay, we're back together. We have here the French Market series, Myrtille et Thyme, Blueberry and Thyme, Summer House Stitch Works. This is a collaboration between Summer House Stitch Works. Was Ink Circles a part of it? I don't remember. And Hands-On Design for sure. This is on 32 count Friendship Green, fabrics by Stephanie. I'm using the Called For Overdyes. This was a series I purchased when it was first introduced as a series exclusive from Dying to Stitch. I'm sorry, from Inspired Needle. And I'm not going to unroll it, but if you look at the picture here, you can see where Myrtille is. Myrtille is. And so I've done all of the top, and I'm down here to the big pots and stuff. I finished, this is the last, I believe, of the individual pieces. And then I have it was like a pouch or a box that you could keep them in off season. And I'm going to do that as well. I don't have a box, but we'll figure that part out when I finally get there. So no, this is another one that's on a scroll rod or frame. All right. I'm going to pull over a very large stack and hope that it does not topple over. At which point, I'm not stopping this video because Shelia does not edit, and I will be giving the video to EJ to edit, and I just don't want her to have to do anything more, honestly. So you're gonna have to bear with me a little bit. All right, I pulled something for the bottom, which is a no-no, but it was a vinyl bag, and I really want to, yes. This is The Common Thread, Jeanette Douglas Designs. This is one of those that's filled with specialty stitches. Yeah. You know, specialty stitches are, they're a favorite of mine. I enjoy them. They're challenging. They're hard. Yes, there's a lot of putting in, taking out, go to a little separate piece of fabric and practice and then come back kind of experience, but it fulfills my not need, but challenge. It gives me challenges, and I feel so accomplished when I'm done. No, just don't touch anything. Thank you. This is on Belfast Platinum by Picture This Plus. And for this, I also purchased the accessory pack, which had the embellishments and the threads. I know this is small, but here's my start on it. I am working in this corner right here. So this is where I am, right there. This is fun. I enjoy this. It's a mix of like I said, specialty stitches, back stitch, some full crosses. It's gonna be fun. It is fun. I'm enjoying it. So that is there. Whoops, that was an automatic response. Alrighty, so let's see what's actually in project bags. Oh, this one I started this year. This is from Barefoot Needle Arts. This is called Currents and Tides. EJ and I did a road trip in 2024, if you can remember. We drove from South Florida to Asheville, North Carolina, where we met our local stitching group and spent a couple of days at Sassy Jack's Stitchery. It was her opening, Kim's reopening weekend celebration. And we were so ecstatic and so happy about being there. We met some wonderful people. There were a couple of people who actually live in South Florida who happened to be there on vacation who came by. Some of you who watch our videos. I mean, it was just a great couple of days, just spectacular. So I'm using almost the whole call for, I think there are a couple of, maybe, I don't know. So when I visit a cross-stitch store, some of you may know this, here's the picture I was looking for. I guess I don't have one. Currents and Tides, Barefoot Needle Arts. There we go, Currents and Tides. Oh, here it is. This one I made a mistake when I started, and I'm just not going to take it out and redo it. I started this immediately upon getting back home from our road trip. That was the trip where we visited, I think, 5 cross-stitch stores between South Florida and Asheville, North Carolina, and 2 Buc-ee's. Yeah, I don't know which was most exciting. All those cross-stitch stores are Buc-ee's, but we had fun. We had a tremendous amount of fun. And so the top border is not supposed to be that color. I screwed up. I probably should have waited a day after getting back home from the road trip before starting a new piece. But I kind of like it because it's like the sun shining in the sky. So that's Currents and Tides. And again, here's the picture. You can see the border is a different color. Please don't hit the camera. Okay. Everything is, it's just me today, Joe Robinette. So you should be kind. Please be kind to me because, yeah, you know, we need special care. Is this one in here? Yes. Okay. All the pieces that are on frames are going to be at the end of the video because they're all packed underneath a pile. My Necessity, Shaded Stitchery Designs, just Shaded Stitchery. My Necessity. I love this. This is nice, comfortable stitching, I have to say. And I guess maybe sometimes after having worked on pieces with specialty stitches and you want something that's nice and relaxing. And this definitely fills that bill. Look at those clouds. Now you can barely see them, but that's the way it's designed. They actually create texture and make it kind of ethereal, which I also like. Also love the peace symbol at the top. And I've been focusing on the clouds to get those in there. This is on a 32 count, I call it IDK, which is I don't know, from my stash. And I'm using the called for floss. So as I'm going through this, I'm looking for, I will identify the pieces I will be doing for WIP Go in 2025, as well as those pieces that I want to finish in 2025. This is one of the pieces I would like to finish in 2025. This is Country Cottage Needleworks Afternoon in London. It's on 32 count London Mist Legacy Linen. And I'm using a combination of DMC and Victorian model sampler threads. All right, thank you. I don't know why you had to take that route, but thank you for moving quickly. Here is, let's do this. I didn't bring a board. The queen of the boards did not bring a board. This is Afternoon in London. And you can see that I am, where am I? Oh, like right here, Big Ben, right here. So this is what I'm going this way. This is what I have left over here. So Afternoon in London, Country Cottage Needleworks. I'm using the called for on that one. This is Corners and Curves, Rosewood Manor, Corners and Curves. This is also a nice relaxing piece, full crosses. This is on 32 count driftwood. I converted to DMC floche I'm using my own colors. And that's as far as I've got, right here. Okay, oops. Hands-on design. It's a Meow box, Meow mattress. I call them mattress. And I'm using, this is called Block Party. I am using a conversion of, looks like Victorian model sampler colors and DMC. This is on a Craftsman's Studio pastel linen pistachio in 28 count. I know it's a big piece of fabric, but all the different sides need to go in here. And that's where I am with one of the sides. I have, well, you can't see from here, but that's kind of like right here. So yeah, this is fun as well. I don't know why. Well, I'm not going to say that. I have a lot of WIPs. So there are times when things don't quite come up in rotation as often as they could, and because they're fun and I enjoy them. I've already pretty much, I think, gone through and figured out which things will be retired. I think I did that earlier this year. I was looking for something and decided that stuff needed to go away. Okay, that's just some fabric that's in there. I had here a mystery, even to me. Hands-on design, my needle and thread. This is on 32 count French lace. This is a multi-part piece. I'm using Jenny Thompson flower thread. I've already finished several of these pieces. And I am working on, no, that's done. What am I working on? Oh, I know what I'm working on. Hold on. This gets a little confusing. All right, here are a couple of the pieces done. I think that's the fob and pin cushion there's done. That is the box top. There's a box and I have the box. Someone gave me the box. The box is done, right side up. I am working on this here, if I can find it in here. Well, maybe I didn't start it. Okay, so this is a WIP because I've got a piece that I still need to work on. Yeah, but I haven't started it. Okay. Well, that will be a 2025 start because I'm almost done with this series and it's a shame to not get it done. So I'm going to put that in the 2025 definite attention pile. This was started this year. This is called Lovely Dove. Yes, hi. No. Thank you. Don't hit the camera. Thank you. Lovely Dove by the Artsy Housewife. I purchased this at Acorns and Threads when I was there in August before we went on our August Alaska cruise. And we spent a day there. I purchased a chart and fully kitted it. It's on an Edinburgh antique ivory. Edinburgh is 36 count. And I'm using the called for over dyed flosses. So I bought the floss, a key ring, hoop, everything at Acorns and Threads. This is a piece that I'll be very happy when it comes up in rotation this year. So this is it. And this is where I am. Oh, it goes like that. Oh, okay, let me do this. Here it is. And that's the picture. And yes, there's a bird, big bird. Not a big bird, it's a small piece. And I'm doing it on 36 count, so it won't be that big. You know, I have an aversion for big ass birds, as well as big ass houses. And you will see I have a piece that has a big ass house on it too. And so this goes here. My Stitching Room, which is by Needle Bling Designs. This I plan to put on the door to my craft room. I'm using the Call for Gentle Arts threads, and I don't know what the fabric is. I started this in June 2023, when my local stitching group visited Stitchville, USA, which has since closed. Well, that's easy to show because that's all I have done. I got a lot to go. Look at that. But this is a great travel piece. Oh, I should remember that. Yes. You know what? I should make a list. Travel pieces. Sorry. My Stitching Room. And what was the other one? See, I forgot already. I'll find it. A lot of these bags have zippers. I didn't realize that. Sorry. This is a new one I started this year, 2024. This is on 32 count Vanilla Bean, shaded stitchery, array number 1, and this is amazingly enjoyable. Vanilla Bean is an R&R reproduction fabric. I'm using the Call for DMC. And let me sure I'm holding this right. Yes, here's my progress. Here's the picture and my progress. So yeah, I like that one a lot. I love the colors. Let me just quickly look at the colors. Look at the nice tones of those colors. Oh my goodness. Very nice. My assistant is sitting right here watching every single thing. This is a series by Kesn. She has, I believe, 4 series or 3 series, Border Series 1, Border Series 2, and Border Series 3. I do have them all. Each one consists of 4 blocks. Each block uses the same shades, same colors, but because they're used in different amounts and the designs of each block each design is different for each block, it looks like there's many more colors in it than there really are. I mean, it's still a lot of color, but it's the same colors for the whole thing. So this one I did myself. I'm using greens with a touch of pink and yellow. And I will be doing the entire series. So this is going to be kind of a lifetime project here. And that's the first block. This is on 40 count Zweigart flax. I'm using a combination of silks. All of these will be done in silks. Silks for You, Planet Earth, and Gloriana in this particular set. But I will be doing them all. I started this, this is my New Year 1/1/24 start. So I did get quite a bit done last year on it, which is kind of nice. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Rosewood Manor, Turkish Delight. Oh, this one, yeah, this one needs to go on the focus for 2025 list. I don't know that I can finish it, but I do want to do a lot more work on it. This is on 32 count Ancient, which is a picture of this plus fabric, and I bought the thread pack for it at Needlework Galleria in 2019. And here we are. The colors are just amazing. Just amazing. No, thank you. That's not the kind of help I need. All right, here we go. Turkish Delight. I really do. I don't know why that one attracted him so. No. Okay, and so you can see kind of where I am. Well, you almost could see where I am. You can be real helpful and not rub your head against the camera. You could even be more helpful if you would go outside or go someplace and curl up and go to sleep. Rosewood Manor, Blue Rhapsody. Excuse me. Blue Rhapsody by Rosewood Manor. 32 count antique white, a Zweigart. I'm using the called for navy and sky. I started this on my birthday in 2023. This was a birthday start. And there we are. So in 2025, I definitely want to finish the box with the butterfly. Everything related to that box, I'd like to finish. And I would like to definitely get started on some of these letters. Start working in this area here. So I'll be happy when that comes up on rotation. Ah, no, she's on, oh no, she's here. Oh. I thought she was on a frame, but she's not. So I keep the project bags with the charts and the floss in my rotation, even though the piece itself may be on a frame or a scroll rod, because it's easier to manage the rotation. I found that when I kept everything together in a bag with the big frames, they sit in a slightly different area in the craft room, and I forget to look there when I'm doing rotation planning in the month. So it's easier to keep a project bag and pull a project bag as I do with everything. Oh, so this is Anne Crowther, works by ABC, Anne Crowther, 1833. This is one of my Black Girl samplers. Anne Crowther was a liberated African, 12 years old. I am using Roxy Flossco Billie Jean, a 28 count, and the called for DMC. So this is Anne Crowther. And this is where I am. There's Anne. Yeah. So she's getting there. She's getting there. I've got some pretty good sized pieces. It's not like everything is a medium and a small. So I have no need for another large piece. I will do an element from a large piece, but I will not start another large piece. Oh, what is this? It's a lot of floss. That's the stitching diagram. Oh, my goodness gracious. Queenstown Sampler Designs, Mary Pet's Sampler, Baltimore, Maryland, 1831. Mary Pet's, this is on 30 count pecan shortbread by Legacy Linen. And I'm using Vera Soie and Soie d'Alger. I'm using all the call for this. It was kitted for me by Kim Young at Sassy Jack Stitchery. And so you've heard me talk about birds. So you can't hardly see them in the picture, but all in here, all of these are little birds. See all those little birds? See the flocks of birds? Yeah. So whenever we start joking about me and birds, it's because of Mary Pet's and her birds. And how am I going to show you this? Mary's a big girl. I'm surprised she's not on oh, that's why, because she's a big girl. Okay, I'm going to do my best to show you this. So this is Mary Pet's. Here, I've gone across. And you can see where I've been working on the birds. So hard to see those birds. It's a lot of work for some you can hardly see, but that's okay. And then there's this parrot in the middle of all the birds. There's a parrot. It must have meant something important to her. Maybe she had a pet parrot, and I've come down the side. So she's a big girl. She's gonna be a big girl. And there are the mini birds. I still have some left, but I have started the parts of the flock that are over in here. That's kind of, yeah. So the birds are, you know, they're what they are. What can I say? Mary and her damn birds. I was like, Lawsy, Mary. I understand you like the birds, but woo! Get off my back. All right, we're almost done with the first stack. I have 3 large stacks here. So I'm doing pretty well. This won't take forever and 10,000 days after all. Maximum cross stitch, September's Revenge. This was a Black September piece. 1 year, maybe 2022, 2023. I don't remember. There must be a copyright date on here. 2023 with Evertote. And I bought it as a kit. So this is on 28 count Panettone by Roxy Floss Co. And I'm using the Roxy Floss Co. threads. Here are the threads for it. Very pretty. And yes, this is the one, no, it's not. It's got a big ass house. This was the bag for it that year. Oh, wait, I did all of that and it's on a frame. We'll come back to it. Sorry, I didn't look. I should look first when I pick some of these up. This one, no, this one I'm not going to show you because I know I finished. This is another multi-part. Well, no. Okay, never mind. Set this one aside. that's a start. It includes a start for 2025. This is one of my oldest WIPs. It probably is the oldest WIP. This is also on my WIP Go, because my WIP Go this year consists of my oldest WIPs. This is a sampler 2005 Stitcher's Choice by Stony Creek. It was available through one of the cross stitch festivals that I went to. I'm not sure which one. I did go to 2 over time. And so this is the 2005 chart. So I've been working on this more off than on since 2005. But in the last, I'd say 4 years or so, I've really kind of picked it up and started to do more with it. So the flowers at the top, oh my Lord, it took forever to finish that floral grouping at the top, just forever. I have outlined the boxes there, and there are specialty stitches in each box. And then underneath the boxes, there are more specialty stitches right in here. So I've got a ways to go, but it will get a lot of love and attention this year because it will be on it's on my WIP Go twice for 2025. Because, I mean, 20 years, people. It's time. I'm going to take a stab at it, and I would love to finish this this year. It'll be, like I said, 20 years old. It's going in, I have 2 bins sitting here. One is a bin for WIP Go, and the other one is supposed to be a bin for what I'm working on in January. Again, since I'm filming this early, and this is another piece that's on a frame, so that will go over there. This is Jan Hicks Creates. Oh no, this is also, no, it's not right here. Antonia Garcia, 1886. This is on 36 count affogato by Fiber on a Whim, as is the model. And it just so happened that when I was kitting this, I found that I had it in my stash, so I was very happy. And I'm using a Vicki Clayton silk conversion. Oh, I've done more on this than I thought. And here is where I am. Yeah, I've got a lot more done than I actually thought I had. Yay me. Look. Woo woo. Oh, good. Huh. Oh, this is exciting. I'm looking forward to getting a lot more done on this year. Wow. Jan Hicks Creates. Yay. All right, I'm going to pull forward the second stack and pray. Okay, I'm gonna have to stand up. So this will be a little on the awkward side. Move stuff. Okay, here we go. Oh boy. Okay. This is not a neat stack. And so let's pull this out because it will slide. Okay, I think I've averted. Oh yes, this is one. I'm putting this in January. This is one that I hope to finish this year. Mojo Stitches Bushland Quaker. This is on 37 count corn tassel by Legacy Linen. I'm using Cottage Garden threads and DMC, which I believe are the called for. I'm putting this in January to work on. Again, because remember, I'm filming this in December. So I'm looking to see what I'm going to work on in January as well, because I'm almost done. I don't have that much left to do. Look at that. I'm working on this motif here. So I have this. Yes, I have this to do and this little bit over here. No, that little bit is done. I just have this and that to do. Yeah. Okay, this is definitely going on the January schedule. Mojo Stitches, Bushland Quaker. I've enjoyed working on that. I like the spacing on it. Quirky Quaker Sampler by the Nebby Needle. This was kitted at Welcome Stitchery when we went to Stitchville. AJ and I stayed longer by a couple of days. We went to Mall of America. We went to Winery and just so that we could visit Welcome Stitchery. And I kitted and started this piece there. Oops, sorry, that was me. He actually didn't even touch the stand. This is on 32 count summer khaki. And I'm using the called for, yes, I'm using all the called for. No, I'm using a Gentle Arts and Classic Colorworks conversion. Yes. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. Okay, I really need to come back to this. Why have I done so little on this? Look at that. Oh, Shelia, be ashamed. It's time to be ashamed. Look at this. Yeah, this definitely needs some love. I'm gonna put this in January. I can't believe I've done so little on that. Sorry, Nebby Needle. And Welcome Stitchery, because I enjoy it. So that's going in the January bin. This is one of my favorites of Rosewood Manor, Tumbling Rose. I like this one because every border is different. This was started twice because I miscalculated the size of the fabric the first time. And this is where I am on it. I think I had finished this much and was running out of fabric. I was like, something's wrong with this picture. So yeah, Tumbling Rose, Quaker, Rosewood Manor. Okay. This is on 32 count and even weave white, and I'm using the called for Valdani silk. Little House Needleworks. This was originally a mystery sampler. Song of the Seasons. This is on, I started this somewhere around 2013. It's on a mystery fabric, IDK. Oh, wait, no. Now I said it's of 28 count mushroom Zweigart. Don't ask me what my notes mean. I've got both notes. I must have figured it out at some point. 28 count mushroom by Zweigart, and I'm using substitutions. So I've got quite a bit done on this. That one, oh, I might be able to finish. Let's put this in January and see how far we get. It's a possibility. I think I did something wrong. Okay, oh, here you go. You need to go over here on back, okay. Timothy's Pride, 2022. This is from Timothy. He was designing as the Flying Steward. He's on a hiatus right now from designing, and it's on a 14 count Ada. I'm using DMC, the Stitching Steward. Timothy's Pride, 2022. He gifted this to me because I was on a flight to Turk and Caicos down in the Caribbean. And it was an early flight. And I remember I got on that plane and immediately I took the hoodie, put it over my face, went to sleep. And when I woke up, Timothy was working that flight. And he's a customer at the cross stitch cupboard. So I know him, and it was like, oh my God. So this is my progress. And I'm so, I was overwhelmed when he gave me a copy of the chart, and I continued to work on it. Yeah, that was amazing. It was amazing. He said it was the first time somebody that he knows actually was on one of his flights and actually made this bag. On in this bag. All right, Heartstrings Samplery. What a Time to Be Alive. This was gifted to me in 2022 by Carolyn Zook. It's by Heartstrings Samplery, Zweigart Cashel 28 count, Blue Whisper. And I'm using a lot of substitutions in this piece. I think this is a piece that's close to a finish. This is going to be I'm going to finish this year. So here's where I am. And it's not necessarily a good picture of it, but I am down in this area here. I mean, this is going to be a 2025 finish for sure. Carolyn gave it to me because of the monochrome, and then in the chart they actually had a color conversion for it. And when I saw the color conversion, I said, "Oh my God, I really like this as a color piece." So maybe this is better. I don't know, maybe this is a better picture of it. I don't know. But this is going to go in January. Finish that this year. One of my favorites, she's definitely a 2025 finish. This is Goldie by Janine Bowers. This is on a 32 count linen from Kitten Stitcher, and I'm using DMC. And Goldie is still looking a little demonic, but a lot better than she was. She's now getting her hair braids. And I basically just have her shoulders and her eyes and lips to do. She will definitely be a 2025 finish, for sure. Goldie. Jean Bowers. Okay. Oh, let's do this one. Oh, I just worked on this one recently. This is Napping in the Poinsettias. Well, that's chart. Why is this chart? Hold on a second. There we go. That was a mistake. There we go. Napping in the Poinsettias by Lindy Stitches. You can imagine that is exactly what I would be looking at. This is I'm doing this on a 32 count Zweigart called Star Sapphire. I purchased this at the Stitchin' Kitten during our road trip. Stitchin' Kitten is in Irmo, South Carolina. It is a wonderful, beautiful shop. If you're ever in that part of South Carolina, definitely stop by. Beautiful shop, mother-daughter. And look, I finished the cat. Well, no, I did a lot of work on the cat this time. And I'm using Cottage Garden threads and DMC. Combination. So this I'll keep in regular rotation. I'm enjoying it. It should be a 2025 finish. It should be. It should be. It should go in for my holiday attention. Is this isn't an old WIP? No, I'm surprised. This has been around for a while. Maybe I've just had it for a long time. Autumn Garden by Samplers Not Forgotten, 32 count, and I don't know what the fabric is. This is an IDK, and I'm using the Called For Gentle Arts. And you know, of course, it was this bit here, Specialty Stitches, that probably caught my eye the first time I saw it. This will be a 2025 finish. I am now working in the big box of Specialty Stitches. So for sure, 2025 finish. Autumn Garden, Samplers Not Forgotten. This goes over here because this is getting great attention this year. Oh, photo booth. Now, photo booth will be done sooner than later. This is definitely going in January. I almost worked on it this month, and I still might because it really does need to be finished. I have done all of them, and I believe there are at least 12. This one is Flags and Friends. So the concept behind the photo booth series is like when you go into a photo booth and you take all the pictures, each one is with a different expression. So each frame in these, and they're all 4 frames, the characters, something about them changes. So they're fun. They're a lot of fun. And this is where, I mean, really, I need to finish this. I've been working on these for quite a while. And so, yeah. This actually needs to not even go anywhere because it might actually get work done later this week. Rosina Dissery. Oh, is she on a frame? No. Rosina, now this is another big girl. Rosina Dissery 1820. She's one of my Black Girl samplers. Works by ABC. Rosina attended school at the New York African Free School, which was established in 1787. And it's on 28 count French Vanilla by R&R Reproductions. I'm using the call for DMC, and I actually started this on February 2nd, 2022. And that was the reason I started it, because it's 2/2/22. I know. It was a good reason to start something. The date. Rosina is a big girl. And Rosina has a lot of 1/1, but Rosina will be a 2025 finish. Look at her. Did I have her all in the thing? Yeah, there we go. Now she's all in frame. There's Rosina. So yeah, she's definitely a 2025 finish. Definitely some focus, because all I have to do is this. The words are over 1. But so I have these 2 baskets and this little bit down here, which are over 2. So yeah, a definite 2025 finish. Rosewood Manor, Old Feathers. This is fun. I like this one. I started this one different for me. I started from the bottom. 32 count Antique White by Zweigart, and I'm using the called for Silky Threads. This was also started in 2022. So I started from the bottom, and I know the last time I worked on it, I made a lot of progress and then it all had to come out. So I had a net 0 gain for the day. So it would have been a little bit further along, but a lot went in and then a lot came out. Oh well. But I do enjoy. I can't wait to start to get into the feathers, the tail. I think that's just going to be so much fun. We're making progress. Yeah. So this one is a definite. This is a 2025. I'm done. No shame on the chart. I just sort of lost interest in it. This is Imaginating Sugar Skull. Yeah. So the thing is, I'm using, I don't even know if it still works. It's been so long. Fabric that glows in the dark. At the time, I thought that would be really cool. I don't think I ever. So they're doing, so the lawnmower guy is here, my garden guy. Sorry, we'll persevere. Here is Sugar Skull. I am not going to do the entire thing. I will finish some on the outside, some at the bottom of the skull, and call it quits. This is a definite 2025 finish. It might even be finished this month, January. Because I'm no longer interested in it, but I've done a lot of work. I like the idea of the fabric that glows in the dark, but I'm just not interested in spending any more time on it. If it had been simpler, I think maybe, but nah. This is another one of these that I enjoyed very much. This is, Bent Up. GH 1857 by Atelier Sud Idée. 32 count Lakeside linen, buttercream, and I'm using the call for overdyes. This was also a 2022 start. I'm working the large sampler first, and then I'll get to the smaller pieces. I'm using the smaller pieces as a reward. So all of them will be done on this fabric. So here's where I am. So pretty. I mean, so pretty. Oh my goodness. Ah, Jesus. Love it. What can I say? GH 1857. Atelier Sud Ide. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous design. Okay, he's gone. Modern Folk Embroidery. This was started at Jacob Palooza. This was the Jacob Palooza piece. Project Bag by Evertote. And I know a bunch of folks have finished it. I'm working on the blue version. It's called In Friendship Modern Folk Embroidery, 28 count Panettone, and I'm using Roxy Floss Thread Royale. Jacob Palooza, October 23. I went to weekend 2, and here's my progress. I know. It's, yeah, definitely room for improvement here. And it's not that big a piece. Yes. So definitely we'll hope to get some work done it this year. And it's signed, yes. This is a copy. The other one is, the original signed is in plastic in the bag. By the time I'm done, I'm gonna have a stack from the floor, probably as tall as I am. Oh, what is this? Oh, this was a gift on one of my cruises. We had a crew member. She was the wardrobe mistress for the stage show. And so she was our hostess for our knitters and stitchers group. It was the first time they had done that on that particular ship, that social director, cruise director. And she sat next to me. We just had wonderful conversation. And she gifted me with Dimensions Aurora cabin. And it was the kit. I was like, oh my God. She had said that, she wasn't getting as much stitching done because the light wasn't good in her cabin. And I had a little clip-on travel light and a bunch of batteries, so I gave that to her. This piece has been in this Q-snap for, long time. What can I say? And so it was a kit, so I'm using everything dimensions, and these trees have a lot of that 4 or 5 strand work in it. And actually, this is where I came to a stop because I'm not enjoying working with the multiple strands through the fabric at all. So I do want to finish it because it is special to me, but I have no desire to use multiple strands. So I'm going to use some in some places, but I am not going to use as much as the kit has been designed for. And I understand dimensions. I get it. I appreciate it. The sad part is it stopped me. And I do want to finish this. So I am going to continue to work on it, but not necessarily with 4 or 5 strands or 6 strands of floss, because it means a lot to me. She gave it to me. I do want to finish it. And yeah. So, yeah. There we go. Sorry, I know that was a big zipper, but this is a big bag. Alrighty. Oh, here's another oldie, but I'm making some good progress on this. And this will be a 2025 finish. Yes, everybody can applaud and be happy because yes, Rosewood Manor Seaside Sampler will be finished in 2025. I've just finished the manta rays here. I have a little thingy over here to do. So much of all of this in here is done, and you won't see that, or will you? Oh yeah, you will, because I took it off the Q-snap. There we go. This is on a, I'll tell you what it's on in a second. Here we are. Here's the whole thing. Yeah. This is a 36 count opalescent by Zweigart. It's white-ish. And I'm using the call for Treenway silk threads. I am using 1 and 2 strands depending upon the color, because I'm finding that the lighter colors, the threads run very thin. So using them as 1 strand, I mean, they totally disappear into the fabric. So I'm using 2 strands on the very lighter colors. The darker colors, I can get away with 1 strand on 36 count. So, so as you can see, I have the little thingy up here. I'm not enthralled with the verse, and I get it, but I'm not enthralled with the verse. So I may just stop here. Someone suggested that I'd rather do the verse. I put in some of the names of some of the cruise ships that I've traveled on. That does kind of appeal to me. So I'll think about that. I'll think about that. But this will be a 2025 finish for sure. So I'm putting that in the focus bin. Whoa, whoa. So I'm creating a bin of pieces that I definitely will finish, plus my WIP goes. This is one we all know and love. This is Another Year Creeps By. This is Ink Circles. This was originally released by Stitchy Box. And it's in, I don't know what the fabric is. It's an, it's on an 18 count silk weaver in stone gray. And I'm using Classic Colorworks because I got it chart and floss through Stitchy Box. Ink Circles. They were released individually. The charts were released individually. They are now widely available. You can buy them individually, or you can buy the complete set. And there are, I believe, 12 charts. So this is what I've gotten done, 4 of them. And I'm working on the border for the 2nd row. So I'll be working on that for a while. That border takes a while. This is an 18 count, and it's one of those that I pick it up and I start working and realize I'm working it in 2 strands of floss. It's much more comfortable worked in 1, and so it's all over the place between 1 and 2 strands. That border, yeah. Okay, no, can I move you? You're lying on my bag. You need to go. Thank you. My assistant is totally in his I'm helping you stage. This is an oldie purchase. I have not been working on it all this time, but I bought this way back in the day. Oh, wait, no, there's two of them together. How did that happen? Well, that is the story with this. This is, this was purchased at one of my cross-stitch festivals back in the day. This is the 15th century medieval herb garden by Liz Turner Deal. This is circa 1999. And I have 4 or 5 of hers. It's European Medieval Herb Garden. 28 natural linen using Moulinet Madeira floss. Here's the Moulinet. Yeah, that's a chunk. And oh, is a project on a thing? Oh, wait. All right. I think we have okay. We have an interesting situation I'll figure out later. I seem to have, I don't know what I did. But. So this is minuscule start. Minuscule. I remember I took a class on this, and the class recommendation was to at least show you the right side. Here we go. Was to work from the bottom as if you're entering the garden. So it starts at the bottom with the gate, the garden gate, and then you work your way up. This has quite a few specialty stitches in it. Liz Turner Deal was a wonderful, I don't know if she's still alive, was a wonderful designer. I have purchased several of her pieces. I have the Oriental Garden. I have several of these, and I said I would love to finish these, or at least one of them, before I reach that point where I'm not stitching anymore. But I seem to have, don't ask me why this was stuck in there. This folder needs to be elsewhere. Okay. So that was 15th European Medieval Herb Garden, which definitely needs some attention, for sure. And this is, oh, okay, this is all the stuff for it, which needs to be, that's why all of that was together. It was the folder that was in the wrong spot. See, that's the value of doing a WIP parade. Not only do you get to see what all the stuff is, but you get to clean up things that have gotten combined. This is Letters from Mom, which you know I've been working on for a long, long time. This was a restart. I had started this several years ago. That was the restart down here. And then I let it sit forever and decided to restart it. These were done by Jeanette Douglas. At the time, I believe her daughter went to college, and she sent her like a little postcard every month. Each of the postcards had a motivational and inspirational message. And so then she released them as a series. There are 12 of them. And I'm putting them all on one piece of fabric. Some of them I'm changing the messaging as I go along. I have a long list of messages that I had identified, way more than there are pieces to this. So I'm working on, which one is this? All of these are on Flagstone by Lakeside Linen, 36 count. And this is April. That's what it looks like. Did I show you a picture of the medieval garden? I don't think I did. But yeah, I'm enjoying this one because they're not big. Each one has a little bit of specialty. This is Jeanette Douglas started me on cottage garden threads because each one of these uses cottage garden thread. And I did not realize that when she released each chart, she would release a snippet of cottage garden threads with the chart. So I spent a summer going around as I visited different stores. I collected all the threads for it, but I also purchased all of the cottage garden threads directly from Australia. It was my first purchase, and I've been hooked on cottage garden threads ever since. So that was Jeanette Douglas's fault. Oh, let me see. I don't think I showed you a picture because I was so confused, or did I? Yes, I did. I did show you a picture of the medieval herb garden. Okay, I'm gonna have to stand up again because the pile that I'm working on now is directly behind the camera. So this is Jeanette Irving by Jean Farish. She's in a huge bag because I can get the entire, where's the book? Here it is. Okay, Janet, okay, no, oh, Joe. Okay, there we go. Janet Irving, Janet Irving sampler, there's no year on it, charted by Jean Farish. I took a class with her where she gave us the history. Janet Irving is actually a relative. This is a family sampler. And what's nice about it is that she included with her sampler initials of her family members. These rows are initials of family members, and I've charted out initials of members of my family, extended family. And so this is where I am, working my way down. I had started coming down the left side, and now I'm going to work across so I can roll the scroll rod. So I'm working across these rows. So she's a big girl. She'll be with me for a long time. I enjoy her very much. She's all full crosses, no specialty stitches, I believe. There's no special. Oh, no, that's not true. There's 4-sided stitches. Some of the letters are done as 4-sided stitches, which, if you've ever done them, they sound like weird, but they are probably the easiest stitch to do. And it's interesting with them, and because what you have is an X on the back side of your fabric, although it looks like a square on the front of the fabric. And once you get into a flow, you can just keep going. I mean, it's just your needle, it just picks up a steam and a flow all its own. This is a bag I made for this fabric, for this piece. Big, long, I think it's practically a roll of Velcro across the top and the side. All right, Janet Irving, she's a big girl. She lives on that frame. Okay, Women of Honor. This was the bag I picked up earlier. Women of Honor is a piece that I am, this is a Rebel Stitcher design. Where is, oh. Huh. Sorry, I can't find my information piece. But it's on 36 count vintage beeswax from R&R Reproductions. Okay, maybe I never did an information page. I really should. So this is it, Women of Honor. And I'm changing some of the names, and I'm adding names so that mine will actually be longer. I think I've got a whole new separate cartouche that I'm adding for some additional names. I have the names all drawn out, graphed out. Oh, here it is. Oops, sorry. Here it is. Rebel Stitcher, Women of Honor. I just told you Vintage Beeswax, R&R Productions. I'm using the call for Classic Colorworks and Overdyes. I started this in September 2022. That was a big start year, evidently. Big start year for big girls. I have finished one cartouche of names. I've added my mother's name and my grandmother's name into that cartouche. So this one is fun. This one is going to, this is meaningful. This is, it's important to me. And I will be giving this one, I don't think I can finish it this year. There's still a lot of stitching to do, but I do want to give it some focus. Put you over there. I'm sorry. Here, let me turn this a little bit here so you can see what I'm now encountering. That's the pile I'm working on. Okay, well, you all know Joe Robinette. What can I say? I live with, and I love Pam of Just Keep Stitching. I love her term, Velcro cat. He's my Velcro cat, as you all know. All right, we'll go to a different pile since you have moved in temporarily. I'm just not ready to argue with you. This is Closely Kept number 2. This is a fairly new start by Shaded Stitchery. All full crosses, beautiful colors. I am doing this side by side. It's the same design, but one is done in the negative. And I'm going to, doing this using what? Sulky Black. And this is on a piece of banding I bought when I was at Acorns and Threads. It was a remnant. Never hesitate to buy like a small piece and you don't know what you're going to do with it, because this is a remnant piece of banding that I just liked. So I bought it, and I'm going to be doing Closely Kept in the negative and the original on it using black sulky. I'm definitely going to get back to this year. And this is a 2025 finish because it's not that big, and it's a shame to let it, and I'm intrigued by the notion of the negative alongside of the regular. Very intrigued by that. It's my project bag by Layla P. Creations, Etsy. That goes in the focus box. So if you move, I can get back to my big girls. Oh, this is one of my fun ones. Yes, I've done a lot of work on this one. DD Designs, S is for spring. DD Designs, which happens to be Dinky Dyes, I found out later. 28 count natural linen. I'm using a DMC Blanc to replace Dinky Dyes parchment because I did not have it. And I'm using all of the other Dinky Dyes because I was able to get them or I had them. And so, you know, here's the picture. You see these little pops of color. And I'm using Blanc because I have a cone of Blanc, so hey. And that's my progress. Look at that. Wow, I really want to do more on this year. Yes. I love those pops of color. I mean, just those pops. Look at that. Yes. So, and I mean, yeah, see. Such a pretty piece. Don't go to sleep, please. Okay. Pretty Little Washington, D.C. This one is not close to a finish. I've been working on it for a long time. It feels like a long time. But Washington is my hometown, so it means, you know, it means something to me. I even have a Washington, D.C. project bag. This is, again, Pretty Little Washington, D.C., Satsuma Street, 36 count eccentric sky by Fortnite Fabrics, and I'm using the called for DMC. It's a lot of fabric for a very small piece. It's one of the few that I did not cut down. Don't ask me why. I did not cut that down. But that's, I've got the monument, I think it's the Lincoln Memorial, cherry blossom trees, and the U.S. Capitol in so far. Oops. There we go. And did I show you the picture? No. There's the picture. So you can see it's kind of a vertical piece. Yeah. So I'm here, here, and so then I come down. I don't like all this fabric. Contrary to my thing about having a whole lot of excess fabric when I'm stitching, because I like it to be compact. I'll probably cut that down the next time I pick it up. This has been my travel piece for several years. Prairie Moon Cats. It will continue to be my travel piece because there's a lot of block stitching. Prairie Moon Cats. This is DMC, although I think I made a overdye conversion recently for the base fiddle because I decided I wanted a little bit of something in it. This is, the fabric is, well, where's my card? Fabric Flare. Music, Fabric Flare, Music, I think it's called. Well, don't know. I know it's a Fabric Flare. I just don't know the name of it. But you can see why I chose it for this piece. Because, yeah, why not? Look at that. Look at that. I mean, perfect, just perfect. So I travel with it. I'm working over here with the bass fiddle, and it looks a little weird because there was a bunch of it in and then it had to come out because it was like all wrong. But I don't think all of it had to come out, but yeah. But I take this with me whenever I travel. So this has been When I say everywhere I've been in the last 3 or 4 years, it's it didn't go to Alaska this time, but I think it was the first trip it had not made, but I think it went to Alaska the first time I went. The Cats, Prairie Moon. And I don't know, I started this before we started Flosstube, so I didn't write anything down. That's why I don't know the name of the fabric. But I love the, Cool Cats jazz band. Jazz is one of my favorite genres of music. I don't listen to it a lot. I don't listen to a lot of music at all anymore because I stitch and watch TV all the time. Watching too much true crime. He's still sitting there, by the way. Oh, one of my favorites. This will not be a finish this year, but I do want to put more time in on it because I just think this is such a pretty piece, and it's a shame I have not done more on it. This is the AC Bluebird Quaker Sampler by Sassafras Samplers, which is the design label for Sassy Jack's Stitchery. I kitted this my first visit at the old shop. This was July 2019. Wow. I started it there too. So it's 35 count lamb's wool, and I'm using the called for overdyed threads. And here's my progress. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Look at, oh, so much prettier than the cover picture, I think. Yeah. Look at her. So gorgeous. Okay, we're getting there, people. We're getting there. Hands-on Design, another collaboration, Hands-on Design. This is the Well-Rounded series. I do believe it is Ink Circles, Country Stitchworks. I'm sorry, and Ink Circles, Stitchworks. These are seasonal pieces. This is on 32 count fabric by Stephanie Spanish Moss, which is the called for. And I'm using the called for threads. These DMC? Yeah, these are DMC. Yeah, all DMC. The whole series. So this is another one of my collaboration series. I have all of the things to, and I believe this was, I had started this, and then it was, here are the different fabrics for the different seasons. Hold on, I'm taking a second to see. Oh, maybe it's just Hands-on Design. Maybe it's not a collaboration. Okay, I misspoke. This is Hands-on Design. It's DMC, and these are her pinwheels. Yeah, sorry, I misspoke. I have so many of the collaborations that she's done. I think I automatically, when I see something like this, think it's a collaboration. So sorry that I took that extra time to look that up, but it was bothering me that I was not remembering, and there was a reason, because it is not a collaboration. It's all Kathy Haberman. And so this is where I am. I'm doing This one right here. That's what this is right here. So that's coming along. I mean, it's not gonna, there's no way I'm gonna finish that this year, but it will definitely come up in rotation. And you know, I've got it on a roller frame, so it's nice. And this particular size roller frame does fit nicely in a project bag. You know, when I finish this, these bags might actually sit here for a couple of days because, yeah, enough already. African Lady with Flowers. Now, African Lady with Flowers is a gift from Maria. Hi, Maria. And I had finished African Lady with Vase. And she had stitched this one and she gifted it to me. This is on 14 count black. And the design is by Lenarta. And let me see. It goes this way. She will definitely get some focus this year. I think she got lost in the rotation this year, but I'm going to put her in for focus this year. I don't know that I can finish her because this green here, that's no fun. But, you know, I might take her when I travel. She's on, although the black Ada might be a challenge to see. But anyway, I'm going to put her in my 2025 focus pile because I want her up on the wall next to African Lady with Vase. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. I love those pieces. So she's going in the 2025 pile. You notice you haven't seen too much WIP go yet because, oh, Seaside Sampler, that should have gone in the WIP go pile. Another Year Creeps By should have gone in the WIP pile. That's a WIP go. The Cats is a WIP go. Oh, I've fallen down on the job. Well, as I put them up, I'll separate out my WIP go since I clearly fell down. Oh, this is La Neige et Montagne. This is an oldie. God knows. She's been around for a while. I've been working on her for a long time. I elected, so across the top here it says La Neige et Montagne, written in the sky. I'm not putting that in. I'm actually going to fill it in with some more snow flakes. But I love this scene of looking out from the house out to the mountains and the fields beyond. I just love that view. And this I started, oh, long time ago. This is the top, right? Yes. The long guy's coming back again with his snippers. So, sorry, the fabric isn't playing nice with me. There we go. Yeah. So, oh wait, no, that's not right. No wonder the fabric wasn't playing nice with me. Here you go. There we go. This is, there we go. Yeah. You can see the mountain scene through the window. So this deserves some, well, it's on the WIP go for this year. So this will get, it's on there twice. It will get more time and attention this year than it's ever gotten. So that's a wonderful thing, for sure. Ooh, this is a fun one. This is a sampler of stitches by the Drawn Thread. That's what it's going to look like in the end. Each There are, I don't know how many charts to this. They were released, I think, in groups of 2 or 3 letters. I'm currently working on D, E, and F. And these are specialty stitches that start with the letter D, stitches that start with the letter E, and stitches that start with the letter F. Which makes it so much fun. I have all of the call for threads, and I'm looking, here we go, which are Aurora soie, needlepoint, NPI, yeah. And this is where I am, and I'm working on D over here, D, E, and F. Very pretty. The snippers aren't as loud as the actual lawnmower, which is one of those riding mowers. So, all right. Okay, we're getting there, folks. Oh! She's going to be a focus this year. I don't know that I can finish her, but she's so much fun, and I'm enjoying this one so much. This is The Bee Queen by Tiny Modernist. Frozen Fractals Fabrics by Stephanie, 28 count Joblin. And I'm using the call for DMC. Here she is so far. So I'm working down this side here. So pretty. I'm glad that I picked a 28 count fabric because I'm loving the color, the size of the flowers on this. That's her hand. Is that her hand? I think that's her hand coming out the sleeve of the dress here. Yeah. I'm going to put her in my 2025 focus pile. What that actually means, I don't know, besides WIP go. Oh, well, originally focus meant things I want to get done this year. Okay, Joe, now you got to go. You got to go. You got to go. Okay, there we go. This is a favorite of, this is just a favorite. This is Clementine Hunter, Wash Day. And let me get her picture so you can see it. Wash Day. This is on a 36 count something. And it's all DMC. I'm using the call for DMC. It's probably an R&R. But, oh, here we are. The 36 count taupe. I don't know who it's just a 36 count taupe. There she is. The sky is done, finally. That sky took me a very long time. I didn't work on it solid all the time. I've replaced the sheets on the line with quilt blocks that that were designed and used to support the Underground Railway. They gave directions for slaves traveling to freedom. And I did that particular white sheet. I did put in a couple of different stitching patterns. And now I'm working on the rest of the clothes on the line. So you can see the white sheets that I replaced with the Underground Railroad quilt blocks. And now I'm working on the lines, and then I'll move down to the ladies doing the washing. I did that tree because I wanted to get through it, because that's, yeah. I don't know how many shades of green are in there, but it was a lot. It was a lot. And so wash day, Clementine Hunter. This was this was published by Fine Arts Graphics. This is like, whoa, way out of print. Like really out of print. Okay, here we go. My copy is, and it's a large print chart. It's been a real bear to work with. Wait a minute, I had a screw that just came loose and I need to put it back on, because last thing I need is to lose a screw. Okay, that'll hold it there anyway. And so she lives in that large bag. Seeds of Friendship. I haven't looked at this one in a long time. I think this one also got, oh yeah, it did. It got lost in the rotation. This I had started, and then a friend of mine took a class at Acorns and Threads, because it was Acorns and Threads, I think, because it was an exclusive by Ink Circles and Ink Circles. And she sent me the kit because she realized she was not going to do it. So I switched over to the kit and am using all of the kitted threads and all of the finishing products for it. And I did not do an information page on it. So I'm working on, this is called the book. And so the fabric is Aztec red linen, 36 count, and it's Gloriana silk floss. And this is my restart. This was a restart because I switched over to the kit. And this is the spine of the book. And so that's where I am. And here's the picture again, so you can see. So I'm working on that. I like that. I don't work on deeply colored fabrics, as you can tell. So that one is enjoyable just for that. Oh, okay. So these are a couple of pieces. I keep a lot of my roller frame pieces and heart craft frame pieces in this bag, which is why I had project bags but no pieces, because they're all in here. So this one is September's Revenge, which I had pulled out earlier and then realized there's no chart in there because I actually work it on a heart craft stand. This is by Maximum Cross Stitch. It was a Black September release, I believe, by Evertote. And yes, this is the big ass house. This one, and is it Rosina? Somebody else has a big ass house. I mean, even bigger than this one. But this is fun. And here's my progress. So I'm enjoying this. Whoops, sorry. I completely moved it. Okay, here we go. Just give me a second or two here to re-secure the rods. So we don't have problemos later. Do this as quickly as I can because we're hitting on 2 hours. So this is all on Roxy Floss fabric. It may be Pantone. I'm not sure. It might be Pantone. Or, yes, it's Pantone, 28 count Pantone by Roxy Floss Co. And I'm using the Roxy Floss Co. threads. Here's the thread color scheme for it, the whole thing. And yes, there is a thread bag in here, but no. Am I using it? No. And Evertote bag that went with it. So the bag will go back on the shelf for rotation purposes. And this is shaded stitchery this Juneteenth day. Okay. Oh, I know why that's there. Okay. This Juneteenth day by Shaded Stitchery, I am using a 32 count We Will Die For You in cashmere. And I have a couple of needle minders on there. I made notes about them. Rebel Stitcher and Vicky Stitchin' Button. Most of the time, when I do use a needle minder, I don't remember to write down who it's from. And this is my progress. I started in the middle and I'm working down. So I want to make this a focus this year too, because and I started this on June 19th, this Juneteenth day, I believe, 2023, I believe. And I actually keep it tied with ribbon because at the time, that piece of ribbon happened to be handy. And it's all DMC. So I am in here and I'm gonna come down and then I'll go back up. So the bag will go into rotation, and the last project in this bag is, oh, I had 2 pieces of that ribbon. What's this? I know what that is. Okay. The last project in this bag is also shaded stitchery, Taking Up Space. This I started this year. It's on 32 count Abis Cidarian by R&R. And I had another piece of that ribbon. And this is Taking Up Space. Beautiful colors. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous colors. Just love the colors in her designs. Well, I'll deal with that later. So I just take a second to retie the ribbon, keep it all together. And I just have 2 more projects. And we just hit the 2-hour mark. So we'll actually do this in just a little over 2 hours, which I don't know about you, but that's about my limit. And I want a cup of coffee. My breakfast smoothie is still sitting there though. I really should finish that. Get my protein and nutrition. I just need to make another slightly longer bag for this. Okay, now you can go down there. Okay. All right. Here we have, now this is a definite, this is on my WIP Go. This is a definite 2025 finish, one you've seen now forever and ever. Autumn Quakers, Rosewood Manor. Yay! This is on 36 count colonial parchment, fabric by Stephanie, and I'm using a Victoria Motto sampler thread conversion. I'm not going to unroll it because here's where I am. I am working a weird order here, but let's see if I can. I am this, so you can see this basket of whatevers. So I'm working over here to where I put my initial here, and then working up a little bit there. So I basically have this section. I don't know how far up I have to go, but I'm working up this side essentially. I don't believe I have any more full pages. I think I'm working on maybe the last of a full page, and the rest is all like half pages. So this is a definite, this is on WIP Go twice or 3 times. It's on WIP Go 3 times because I definitely want to finish it this year. And I'm close. So it deserves the attention to get there. And so this will go in the WIP Go box, which is currently inhabited, but you know what? You're gonna have to share. You're gonna have to share. Okay. I kicked him off my project bag, so he went to the box. Rosewood Manor, something blue, which is interesting because it's all done in white. This is the one I was talking about the last time. I wanted to do this because I wanted to perfect my white stitches. And this is on 32 count Earth and Sky by Mountain Air. And it's DMC Blanc again. I have a cone. I had restarted this in August 2021. I don't know why I restarted, but my note says it was a restart. And this is where I am here. So, oh yeah, this is, I can only describe it as tedious. But I'm working it, I'm getting there. Fortunately, I'm almost done. It's not long, and it's very pretty. See it right here? It's very pretty, but yeah, it seems to feel tedious to me. And I was gonna switch over to a pearl out of the 2-stranded DMC, but I'm gonna hang in there with the 2-stranded DMC. I'm loving the way my white stitches are becoming a lot more consistent, flat, and showing up nicely. So I'm gonna stick with my objective and my goal on it. And I realized that as soon as I finish that little short section, I'll be back to wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I don't know why, it got me. It got me. That's all I can say. It got me. And the last one, well, it's not actually the last. I'm not showing you the pieces that I've worked on this week because that's a pile that I just do not want to disrupt and get confused. Oh, yes. So this one will definitely be worked on and finished this year. for sure. Why? Because she deserves it. Why? Because she's small. And why? Because I'm almost there. Like, yeah, let's get her done. All right, this is Mini Coffee Break in Africa by Stitching Jewels Designs. I love her colors. This is on a 28 count check remnant that I bought from Susan Greening Davis at a retreat I attended January 2024. I'm using the called for DMC. And look at where she is. I mean, just look at where she is. Here, let me try this. Let me put this behind her. This is kind of a porous fabric. Look at that. I mean, so when you look at her here, right? And then you look at the picture, see, look, all I really have is her skirt. Yeah. So she's definitely going in for a 2025 finish. So she's going to go in the box for January. As you can tell, January, I'm starting out the year with everything that is a focus for me for the year, so I can get in the mood, so I can get started. And so she's going in the box for January. So yeah, folks, those are my WIPs. There are 60 something of them. I did look it up in my Notion. I think it was 63, 65, 3s and 5s. Who can remember? It's enough. And then there are probably 5 more sitting stacked up for our video this week. I'll make note of them when I show them to you, that these are WIPs that are not in my WIP parade. But yeah, so thank you. So yeah, what just happened was I didn't put my floss back in the bag, it fell out. But this is why I put something on my floss ring that identifies the project. So if that ever happens, I know where it's supposed to belong to, unless I actually put a floss ring in the wrong project bag, at which point there's no hope. There's no cure for that, except a WIP parade where you're going through every single project and you find you're missing floss. So thank you very much for hanging with me for the past 2 hours and 8 minutes. And I hope you enjoyed my WIP parade. EJ's will be separate, and look for her WIP parade very soon. So goodbye. Thank you.